Yeah, biologists and geologists and all these people exploring diverse problems that cover the entire globe, and it all comes through this lab and this university, and most of it comes from National Science Foundation funding.
But without a lab like this, we couldn't do any of that sort of research.
So my name is Carl Lang. I'm a graduate student in the Department of Earth and Space Science. I'm in my third year. My PhD thesis would not be possible without federal dollars. It's funded a third of my PhD in New Zealand. That was a grant that I wrote that was funded exclusively by the NSF. So I work generally on mountain ranges and understanding how mountains change with time, and we're surrounded by two beautiful mountain ranges here, and I work on similar corollaries to these mountain ranges. So, I mean, the NSF directly impacts me. I actually got money by myself without an advisor from the NSF to fund my thesis for about a third of it, and the rest of it comes from my advisor who got the money from the NSF. So I'm completely funded by the NSF.
So my name is Peter Neff, and I'm a graduate student in Earth and Space Sciences, and I've been at the university for, I guess this is now my 6th year. I've been working in this lab, the Stable Isotope Lab, looking at ice cores and how the chemistry of ice cores can tell us things about climate. So I've worked in Antarctica and Greenland and glaciers in the Northwest, so you know, that's obviously an exciting part of the work. But it's these small little projects, but they're global in their impact. So I grew up in Washington State, in Vancouver, and I always knew I was going to go to the university, and staying in a state school is an obvious smart thing financially to do, but I love the UW because it's been a productive place for me to you know, learn through my classwork, and then I've had these great research opportunities. You know, it's one of the biggest research institutions on the West Coast, and it really puts out a lot of good stuff. You know, each one of these projects is a vital part of this whole process, and really learning about the problems we're concerned with. So, you know, issues of climate variability and climate change. And you can't just stop that in the middle of these projects that are multi-year projects. Our ice core projects will go on for 8 or 10 years before you have your full project. So it's really important to, you know, work to continue this sort of funding. And
I think that a lot of graduate students would really love to speak out on this issue, but we're all so busy working on these NSF grants that we can't always do that. So you can take what I have to say and multiply it easily tenfold, and I'm sure there are that many people that would express the same views. Graduate students are really pretty cheap, and for the amount of research you get for a graduate student, it's probably the best bang for your buck in the government for sure, and definitely anywhere in the private sector or anything. So.